Today also start with hello week. So this is the idioms foldable that I showed you yesterday. We did our Oreo moon phase activity. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marieli Sanchez, and I'm a fourth grade teacher in South Florida. This is a very eventful week for me. Today marks my 2-year YouTube anniversary. So that's right, 2 years ago on this very day, I uploaded my very first video. So I'll be talking to you a little bit later on that. And I don't know if I want to do a separate video where I just sit down and reflect on these past 2 years. So we'll see. I'm still thinking about it. All right, today also start with hello week. So our school is going to be doing a couple of different activities this week. And in my mailbox this morning, I found this paper with little handprints with a heart in the center, and our school wants every child to decorate one of these with their name, and I think they're going to create like a big tree with all the hands. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I'll talk to the kids a little bit more about start with a hello and the importance of making sure we are kind and spread kindness to everyone. So that's what we have in store for this week. Also, I have a couple of other things that I have to accomplish in my lesson plans this week to try to catch up because I am a little tiny bit behind, but that's okay. We'll get caught up and it'll be great. So the students are going to come in about 10 minutes. I'm going to wrap up a couple of different things for this morning and get our day started. So I'll take you along with us and let you know how our day goes. Thank you. Awesome. Hello, everyone. It's now the end of the day, and you saw from some of the video clips that I put together their social studies, social sciences artifacts project. I finally was able to find time to get that done and try to catch up with our social studies. So students will have until Friday to gather a few little small artifacts that represents each of the 4 social sciences, complete the handout, and then they can present on Friday. Another thing that we did during social studies is we went over what Start With Hello was all about. I'll show you a little presentation that I found, and I shared it with them on the different steps of Start With Hello. And they also got the little hand prints that I showed you, and I showed my example of how I just wrote my name on it. I colored the heart. I told them to leave it green because they're going to make leaves for a tree. Every floor is going to have a tree where we can all add the hands, and they cut their hands out. So I have all their hands there to put up on the tree tomorrow because I'm getting ready to just go home. And we also went over in math some of the partial products and also the multi-step multiplication problems, and I just finished filming 2 different videos to put up on our Class Dojo stories so that parents and students can refer to it when they're doing their homework this week in case they're not understanding something. Hopefully the video will be able to get them a clear picture of what the students are supposed to do with that. So let me show you the presentation for Start With Hello. So this presentation for Start With Hello week shares the 3 steps. So basically, see someone alone, reach out and help, and start with hello. So it gives them a couple of different ways to get conversations started. So if I go back a little bit, it goes over different icebreakers. So here's icebreaker 1, the 5 W's on how you can start a conversation with someone. Here's icebreaker 2, the if you conversations. Icebreaker 3, your favorites. Number 4 is this or that, which is kind of like a would you rather. Then number 5 is my shoes, basically share a story of where your shoes have been. And number 6 is handwritten notes that they can write for their friends. So basically that is the little presentation that we went over for Start with Hello, to basically motivate and encourage students to be kind to each other and connect with other people and just make sure that everybody feels like they're not alone. All right, so another thing we did during social studies that we finished and we wrapped up was finish our class constitution. And here is our class constitution all written out. So basically, respect others, ourselves, and our school. Be kind to one another at all times. Never ever bully other people. Believe in ourselves always. Accept each other and our differences. Keep the classroom clean. Be polite when Ms. Sanchez is speaking. Never treat others unkindly, but welcome them. Not to be afraid to fail or make mistakes. Stay positive and have fun learning. And I printed it out and all the students signed on the spot. One more student needs to sign because she was absent today. But once she does, I'm going to put it on a frame and I'm going to put it up in our classroom to serve as a daily reminder of what our class constitution is, because these are all promises that we have all made in order to make sure we have a more perfect classroom environment. All right, so I went ahead and I finished the day with social studies. We read through chapter 1. We completed a picture puzzle for students to answer questions related to chapter 1, which served as a really good review. And tomorrow during social studies, we'll just finish taking notes in our notebook. So that's basically the bulk of what we did today. And yeah, I will now move us on to Tuesday. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. So today, as I was coming into the building this morning, I saw the Start with Hello sign at the entrance, and then I saw the tree where all the hands for our floor are going to be placed in. So right now is my planning time, and I'm going to take all of our hands and some painter's tape and put the hands on the wall around the tree so that all the students are represented, and hopefully everybody else on the floor, once they finish putting their hands, it's going to make the tree look amazing, and I can't wait to see how that looks. All right, so let me go ahead and do that now. I also was just having a great morning with the kids. We did Good Morning Alexa, and she let us know that today is Jim Henson's birthday. So, of course, we had to look at the Rainbow Connection, and this is a little clip from that.
Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
I found the video on YouTube and the students just loved that. It was a sing-along and they sang along with it. And at the end they said, that's such a great song. It really is. And then we dove into our math, going over expanded method for multiplying and making sure the students understand partial products, because tomorrow they're going to be taking their mid-chapter checkpoint. So yeah, all great things happening. I forgot to also tell you that this week is also kind of like a little eventful, because on Thursday, Vocabulary is coming to pay us a visit to see how we use vocabulary in the classroom. So I'm very excited for that. And I let the students know, so we're all very excited. All right, let me go ahead and put these hands up on the tree, and I will catch up with you a little later. It's now the end of the day, and I just wanted to share with you some of the highlights from today. So one of them being that we continued working on setting up our social studies notebooks. So I'm going to show you a little update on how my notebook currently looks. The students were cutting out their social scientist hats, adding them to their notebooks, and adding notes. They started taking notes on 2 of the social scientists. Tomorrow we'll continue with having them add the notes for the other 2 social scientists. But this is how the notebook currently looks, at least my example. This is the 2-page spread for the 4 types of social scientists. So the students got the hats by themselves. They had to choose a symbol that represented each social scientist and add it to the hat. So these are all law books for the political scientists. And then we chose a year. And the year we chose, in this case, or that I chose, was the year that Florida became a state. And then they started taking notes on the economists and on the geographers. And I had them highlight some words that were important for those social scientists. So tomorrow we'll take notes on the political scientists, and then we'll take notes on the historians. And they'll do their sorting activity, hopefully, if we have some time. The kids absolutely love adding things to their interactive notebooks. They're not used to all the note taking they have to do, but they'll get used to it little by little. So tomorrow morning when they come in, I will just put this under the document camera. So whoever didn't finish taking the notes for those two social scientists can go ahead and continue doing that. They're also going to take a test tomorrow on Wonders Unit 1, Week 2. But before they take that test, they're going to finish the activity that we started today. So we moved into our reading time and we started our new read aloud, which is The One and Only Ivan. And I happen to have the full color, oh my God, this book is so huge, one second. The full color collector's edition of The One and Only Ivan that includes full colored pictures, and we read quite a few pages today. Let's just say the students were getting a little bit emotional because there's a lot of emotions in this particular story. And then I had them see a video on YouTube showing a little bit of information about Ivan, and it's a video from Zoo Atlanta, which is where Ivan lived the rest of his life after he was kept in captivity for 27 years. Then we find out by watching the video that Disney is working on making a movie about this book, The One and Only Ivan, with Angelina Jolie as the voice of Stella and Danny DeVito as the voice of Bob, which is the dog. So let me show you a few of the pages so that you can see the pictures that are included. The pictures are also included in the chapter book version, but not in color. And this is a special collector's edition, which includes additional pictures. So let me show you that now. This is a beautiful book. I did get it from Amazon, and it's just the same exact book, the chapter book, because it is 300 pages, just like the chapter book. And then we go ahead and we start going in. I love this quote. "It is never too late to be what you might have been," by George Eliot. Beautiful. It has a little glossary in the beginning. And then here's one of the first pictures. This is Ivan holding a banana. And this is chapter 1. They're not numbered. They just start with a word. Sometimes it's more than one word. And we read up to page 50 because, as you can see, the lettering is very big and there's not that many words. And here's the sign for the mall where Ivan was kept. And yeah, let me see if I can show you one more picture. It's just a beautiful story. If you haven't read it, here's another one because he likes to color. And in the video from Zoo Atlanta, we learned that that's something that he started doing once he got to Zoo Atlanta, and he loves painting. So here in the story, he actually uses crayons and I think paint to color. And here he is. He has a little TV, and that's his reflection looking at the TV. Sometimes they forget to turn it on for him. So this is Stella, the big elephant. We haven't gotten to the part where Ruby, the little elephant, and that's Bob. The little elephant is Ruby. She comes into the story, and that's when things start to rise in action as we look at our story arch. So it is beautiful. We read about Julia, who is an important character in the story, and here she is. And that's Bob. He's a little tiny dog. So yeah, we pretty much read, like I said, 50. Yeah, that's 49. So we ended here. So tomorrow we'll continue with Not Sleeping. It's a heart-touching story. It is a Newbery Medal winner. And yeah, I just love sharing good literature with the students. So then after that, we finished reading Speaking Out to Stop Bullying, which is a paired selection for our Wonders Unit 1, Week 2. Tomorrow we'll discuss how it is similar and different to the main selection, Experts Incorporated. But what we did start today, because I wanted to review the main skill of this unit, which is problem and solution, and then of course idioms, is read this passage, which comes from our Wonders practice book. So this is the passage. It's called Cyberbullying. I had the students number their paragraphs. And since we're also working with idioms, this was rich with idioms. There were 5 idioms that I was able to choose for the students to work on. So butterflies in my stomach. And let me just show you here because I created this foldable to go along with it. So idioms foldable for this cyberbullying. And they didn't get to start their foldable today, so they'll do it tomorrow. They'll cut from here to the fold. And then they basically have to write the sentence from the text that has the idiom, and then use context clues to figure out the meaning of the idiom. So we have butterflies in my stomach right off the bat, got in deep trouble, got off on the wrong foot, and stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it was a great passage to read. So we did read through it. We had a little bit of discussions. We did use our prediction strategy at different points in the story. And then tomorrow, the students are going to go ahead and answer questions based on the problem of the story and how it was resolved. So that is our lesson for today for reading, and didn't get to science, but I will redeem it tomorrow. I will. It's just I hadn't gotten to reading the day before, so I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. There you go. All right, but it'll be fine by the end of the week and we'll be good to go. So yeah, tomorrow the students are going to take their mid-chapter checkpoint for their math lessons, and we're going to take our Wonders Unit 1 Week 2 assessment as soon as we finish this activity and review problem solution and idioms so students feel good enough to be ready for the test. All right, so now I'm going to move you on to Wednesday. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. So it is early in the morning. I'm getting my day started up and ready to go to welcome the students in about 5 minutes. When they come in this morning, they're going to work on their daily language arts warm-up, and they're also going to finish their notes for the social scientist hats that we started yesterday. We have a day where we're going to start with reading after all that is done during our morning do now, move on to writing so we can get finished with our opinion writing piece, and then they'll have Spanish. After that, we have lunch, and then after lunch, we'll continue with our math. They'll be taking their mid-chapter checkpoint today, and then we'll end the day with science, which we need to catch up on. All right, so I will let you know how the day goes and give you an update at the end of the day. But for now, let me continue working, and I'll see you later. Hey, everyone. What are you doing? Blooper. Hey everyone, it's now the end of the day. So the students took their mid-chapter checkpoint today, and I walked around and I made sure that they were okay with what they were doing because I didn't want them to miss out on important information. So I did that, and then I went ahead and finished with them the idioms activities from yesterday. I also found this really cool idioms activity on Mailbox that I get an email from in the morning. And I'm like, hey, we're doing idioms right now. This will be perfect, which is a cut and paste activity. And this is what they did. So this is the idioms foldable that I showed you yesterday. I just had them kind of decorated if they wanted to. Most of them, I just encouraged it. And we drew pictures associated with each of these idioms. And then I had them work on this one, which comes from the Mailbox online resource. It's free to join, and they let you download some free sheets. I don't know what the number is per month, but this was free. I didn't have to pay anything, and I don't have a subscription with their online service, but they were able to cut these out. They were attached to the sheet and then paste them according to the idiom that it related to. So we did that for reading, and we also finished the questions for the cyberbully passage that we were reading. All right, so then I started getting everything ready for tomorrow's science lesson, which is the lesson that the vocabulary team that's coming to visit my classroom tomorrow is going to observe. We're doing the faces of the moon. So I have a vocabulary video that I picked that I will have the students watch. And I also have Oreo cookies so that the students can carve out the cream of the Oreo cookie as they make each phase of the moon. And as they're making that, they can fill out this recording sheet that I created to go along with that activity. And they can use a crayon to color how the moon looks at each of the phases. So that is what we're doing tomorrow. All right, since it's Wednesday, that's pretty much what we had time for today. And now I'm going to move you on to tomorrow, Thursday. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday, or like I like to call it, Friday Eve. So today is a day full of different things that the students are doing. We have a barbecue, we have a vocabulary visit, and we're gonna do our Oreo cookie moon phase activity later today. So I'll be sure to bring you along with us and do the little highlights for today. I just got my barbecue, and check out how it looks. So with the money that we pay for the barbecue, we get a bag of chips, we get a cookie, I got oatmeal raisin, a bottle of water, and your choice of cheeseburger, hamburger, or hot dog. I got a cheeseburger. Yummy. I'm gonna eat this up, and then I'm gonna continue on with my day. All right, friends, it is the end of the school day, and as you saw from the clips, we did our Oreo moon phase activity. The students absolutely loved it, and they did the recording sheet as well. The vocabulary and Nearpod representatives were here, and they were so sweet. They want to come back and see more of how our class uses vocabulary, which is amazing. I'll link down below the video that we used for vocabulary today is on moon phases. I basically went over the lyrics first, and then let me show you really quickly. So this is the video for the moon phases, and before I started showing the video, I went to the lyrics down here. And after we read the information from our textbook, we just read through the lyrics, which reinforced the information that we read. And I like that you can click on these words and the vocabulary card comes out and it reviews it and shows them the picture. You can go next and you will see the next word, etc. Or you can just click on the word again and then close it. But it's cool because that's exactly what we did. And after we went over the lyrics, the students got to play the video, or watch the video, I should say. So this is the video, and of course we had it full screen. I'm gonna kind of move a little bit to the chorus. Let me see. Right here.
Sunshines I just reflected, go from full gibbous to a quarter to a crescent to a new moon, you heard. Each month fly around the earth.
So that is the chorus or the hook. And after we watched the whole entire thing, we did the vocabulary game. And you start with a beat. Let me lower the volume. And as the students answer the questions or fill in the blank, they get to different questions that add new instruments to the beat, which is so really cool. So let me just answer 3 of them. Maybe raise the volume a little bit. Okay, let me see. Right now, the next question, if I answer it correctly, it's going to add the clapping. You see that? So it's really cool. So as you keep going, you add a different instrument. So the students were asked to come to the board, the Promethean board right there, and answer these. And there were 18 total. So not all the kids went, and then after that is when we finally went to the Oreo cookie activity and the recording sheet. I still have my Oreo cookie demonstration here, but this is the recording sheet all completed. This is something that I created. It's not in my store yet. Let me see if I can work on adding it. But I like that it's not drawn to scale. And that's important because at the end of that video, they show the kids how far the moon is from the earth and then how far the earth is from the sun and the moon. And the students were blown away by how far it is. And they're like, maybe that's why they call it space. And I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of space out there in space. Anyway, it was great. And then after that activity, they started taking their Wonders Unit 1 Week 2 assessment. And most of them are finished except for 5 students that will just finish tomorrow and 2 students left early. So they'll make up their test when they return. And I forgot to mention that the vocabulary and Nearpod people, representatives Kelly and Mariana, gave me another I just got engaged shirt. Let me put it on the desk. So this is what the shirt says on the front. I just got engaged, # student engagement. And then on the back, it says Nearpod vocabulary. So it's a very nice shirt. It is the second one that I have because I had already gotten one from them, but it's a really fun shirt and I absolutely love it. All right, so that's all I have for today, Thursday. Now I'm going to move us on to Friday. Hello everyone and welcome to Friday. Today for Start With Hello Week, we were encouraged to wear a green shirt. So I am wearing my Legend of Zelda shirt with Link on it. I'm a video gamer and that is one of my all-time favorite games. Currently, one of my favorite games that I keep playing over and over with my family over the weekend is Minecraft. We have been Minecrafting away every weekend, working in a world that I created. So it's fun because I get to play with family that may not necessarily live near me, but we all get online and play together, so that's a lot of fun. All right, so today the students are finishing their reading assessment that they started yesterday, taking their math assessment. So I'll take you right along with us and let you know the highlights for today. It's now the end of the day, and it's been quite a long day of testing because I had a couple students that needed to finish some math assignments before I felt they were ready for the math test. test. And then I had a few students that needed to finish their reading test. And when everyone was done with both math and reading, we then took our spelling test. And we ended the day with social studies by having 7 students present their social studies artifacts. I still have 17, 18 more to go that will all start going next week and continuing to present. But that's basically the bulk of what we did today. And yeah, that's all that there was for our Friday. The other thing is that we got our calendar for the United Way campaign that starts next week. The United Way is an organization that helps our community in many ways. It is a nonprofit organization, and schools in our county like to conduct activities during the month of October to benefit the United Way. So we have different competitions and activities for the students, and the staff is also invited to also donate to the United Way. And it all starts with next week, Tuesday, which they're encouraging everyone to wear a pink shirt and pay just $1 to support the United Way. So that's basically all there is to this week. Oh, before I leave, I should open up these boxes. So I forgot to mention that I started the school year with 2 Donors Choose projects. One was for more flexible seating options because I am trying to do partial flexible seating in one way or another to include in my classroom. That's why we brought in the sofa. And then I decided to do a Donors Choose project for Lakeshore items, including a round floor table with wobble cushions and floor seats. We got 4 packages already delivered because thanks to the support of our parents and also some anonymous donors from our state of Florida all the way to New Jersey and New York, our project became fully funded last week and the materials were purchased by Donors Choose and they're already arriving. We have another project that's live and I'll go ahead and share with you in case you can also help us out by sharing the link, and maybe we'll have even more people donate so that that project is fully funded. The second project is for Chromebooks. I'm trying to ask for 5 Chromebooks so that at least each team has 1 computer that they can use for team activities, such as incorporating Nearpod or Kahoot or GimKit or any of the other technology that I want to incorporate this year. So if you want to support our classroom, we will greatly appreciate it. So I'll provide the link down below and I'll show you a little bit of what that project looks like. But right now, I'm gonna open up these boxes and let's see what's inside. I just opened this big box, and just by looking at the sticker, it looks like these are the wobble cushions. So 2 of one color and 1 of different colors. So 2 blue, 1 green, and I guess 1 orange. So I'll open that right now. And then the other 3 boxes, which look like this. So these are all from Lakeshore. Flex Space, Comfy Floor Seat. So all these other boxes, they look the same. They contain these floor seats, and I got 1 in each color. So they come in orange, blue, and green. I may eventually just get another blue one just so I can have 4 different ones, or maybe 2 more, since there's a code available for buy 1, get 1 half off. But let's open this up. It has a lot of paper. And yep, here they are. These are the wobble cushions that need to be filled up. So that is pretty neat. And here is the front of it. So I have 2 blue, 1 orange, and 1 green. So there you have it. Those are part of our flexible seating that we got funded through that first Donors Choose project. Now let me give you a glimpse of our other project. So this is our other project, Digital Learning Boost Engagement. And we still have about $709 left, which is not that bad. And the project has been live for about a month or so. And yeah, this is my project. And it's pretty simple to find me. You just do donorschoose.org/Sanchez class and you can find me, but I'll make sure I leave the link down below. When my project was funded, my school received a fax that let the principal know that my project got funded and the materials were going to arrive to the school, which was really great. The principal wrote a note on it saying, "Great job." And it's just great to get a Donors Choose project funded, and my district fully supports it. As a matter of fact, now in November, we have this thing where Chevron matches our projects. So they're encouraging us to write another project during the month of November so that it can qualify for that particular funding. All right, so that's all I have to share with you for this week. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us on our 6th week of school. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought or any questions you may have. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a beautiful, magical day, and don't forget to smile. Hello, dreamers, wishers, and magical thinkers. Thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video and for showing your support. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on my picture down here. You can also check out my latest videos here and here. Don't forget to believe in the magic that's inside you because you are capable of great things. See you next time.